Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Carolina Roamer, and where I go out to yard sales, flea markets, thrift stores to find product to flip for a profit on eBay. So in this segment, you're going to see it first where I go to a license plate sale. It was advertised as metal signs, license plates, and antiques, but it happened to be just license plates. And I actually didn't buy anything, but I did learn a lot from this little sale. Then I head out to my favorite local thrift store, Steps to Hope, where they are just constantly delivering great product at amazing prices. If you're in the Landrum area, I highly suggest visiting this thrift store. So like always, let's get out there and roam the wilds.
You want your stroller? No? We're going to take your stroller? No. We stay out
Yeah, what you got?
So, like I said in the intro, this little convention said antiques, metal signs, license plates. But unfortunately, when we first got there, it was nothing but license plates, really. Now, I didn't buy anything because the vendors seemed like they knew what they had and the prices were probably correct on some of these items. But boy, did I not take this as a loss. I took this as knowledge. Like, I learned a lot. Like, some vintage license plates can go for a decent amount. Now, I knew nothing of license plates before I came to this little convention. I was hoping to look for some metal signs, but I really didn't see any. So some things I learned is you want to look up license plates from the early 70s and below. You always want to check the sold comps on those if you come across them. Like, the older they are and the better condition, the more they sell for. And like I said, I had no clue that license plates actually sold for this high. Now, I also learned that old antique military-based license plates can sell really high. As you can see in some of these sold comps from like the U.S. Air Force, Fort Knox, these things can skyrocket. Here are some high selling plates from even my home state of South Carolina. Man, this was something new for me. Like I said, I didn't see this as a waste of time. I saw it as a big learning experience because I knew nothing of license plate. But now I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Now let's head over to my favorite thrift store, Steps to Hope, and see what we can find. Now, opening the doors, running with the bulls. We go in, we're rushing in, it's opening time, and then tragedy strikes at the worst moment ever. I cannot believe this happened. So I just want to butt in and apologize here. As the rush was going in, my battery ends up dying, and I did not even realize it, and I was finding great product that I will show here in a minute because I had to push my buggy to the side, get out to the car, grab another battery, and get back inside for some great footage for you guys. Now here's some of those items you missed from my battery dying. Now, first off, I found this lot of 4 games. They're $5 a piece. They're all really great games, and most of them were complete. So what I did was I lotted all these up, and this is my sold listing coming up. We have already sold these for $85, and I believe shipping was about $7. So really good little pickup here. Just checking to make sure the manuals and the disc are in the cases. Always check those cases. Now, another item I found was the JBL Pro Performer bookshelf speakers. I paid $12. This is my sold comp. These also have already sold for $48. They were tested and worked great. Now, these are always great pickups, these TI-84 graphing calculators. Now, I paid $5 for this, and it should sell around $33 to $40. Free shipping. Now, TV remotes. Keep your eyes open for TV remotes. Stay away from cable brands and cheap TV brands. Some remotes can go for a good amount of money. Now, I only paid $2 for all the remotes you're about to see. Now, and always don't forget to check your battery areas for battery corrosion, because then they're no good. I kind of regret picking up these two. I did not check the sold comps on any of these because I was going with my gut. But these two I should have ended up putting back because they do not sell for that great. As you see, $12.90, $10.99. I was paying $2, plus I got to pay for the shipping and the time to list them. This Onkyo remote was a really good find, and it sells for around $33 and only paid $2 for it. And I did check all the battery compartments on these for battery corrosion. Now, heading off into the clothes, I'm looking at the t-shirts, just flipping through. Then I find this maybe 2005 to 2008 Harley Davidson shirt. It just looked really gnarly. There was only one listed, none sold. This guy wants around $44. So, oh, and clothes were half off. So I only paid $2.50. So I'm thinking $24. Going through the coats, I ended up finding this brand new without tags Carhartt jacket. What a great find here. Now, this jacket's normally $15, but I only ended up paying $7.50 for it due to the half-off clothes sale. So a really great find here. And this thing was absolutely beautiful. Never been worn before. Just checking over it, making sure there's no stains, looking for any wear. Even though if there was some wear, I still would have picked up this jacket. And then I happened to be searching through the kids' clothes and ended up finding this Nike women's medium tennis outfit. They did have $10 on it, but again, that half off, so I'm only paying $5. And there was only 2 listed for $100 and 1 sold, which was an extra small at $75. So I'm thinking this medium, I'm probably going to list this for around $85. And it was really lightweight, so great shipping rate there. Then going into the ties, all our ties are $1. Now, there's a lot of ties out there that do not sell great. I keep my eyes peeled for designer brands. And I find this Thomas Pink airplane print tie. It was made of 100% silk. This tie brand was going around $20 to $45. So I'll probably list this tie for around $25, $28. And it's another great shipping item. This thing weighs hardly anything. But behind it, I find a really great tie. It is actually a Burberry made in London. Again, another designer tag. Now, these were selling a lot higher than that Thomas Pink tie. These were going for around $35 up to $80 pre-owned. So another great find there. And ties were only $1 again. Now, going over to toys. I'm just looking through the toys here, seeing if anything catches my eye. I'm looking up and down, and then I see this little teacup set. What looks to be uranium glass, which I personally, for myself, collect uranium glass, so this will be a personal buy at $6. So I take out my UV flashlight, and sure enough, I shine it on there, and man, did it glow. So I'm going to end up buying this just to add to my personal collection. And I'll probably check and see how much the little white plates and white teacups are actually going for and list those on eBay to see if I can get my money back. So an awesome little personal buy there. Now walking over to the crib where all the plush, aka stuffed animals are. I'm just looking through and I find this little Jellycat onion. He was only $2. I ended up buying him. Always keep your eye out for Jellycat. It is a great brand. This is my sole comp. I did sell this for $27. This little plush. It was lightweight. It only shipped for $3.70. So keep your eye out for Jellycat. That little cat on that tag is what you want to look for. Now going through DVDs. The local thrift store used to have DVDs for $2 and CDs $2, but they lowered the price for $1. But DVD sets are still $5. And I find this Star Wars trilogy set. This is my sole listing. I've already sold this for $43 and I paid $5. And it's shipped media mail, so it costs about $4 to ship it. A great find there. Now, I also find this Martin Scorsese Blues DVD set. Paid $5 for it. And this also has already sold. This is my sole comp also. At $55. Again, shipping media mail. But this next find was a really great find because I only paid $1 for this Blu-ray coming up. I was searching through and I see this Blu-ray. Now, 90% of DVDs don't sell great on eBay. But then there's those sought-after, low production run Blu-rays and DVDs that can sell for a lot of money. I only paid $1 for this Blu-ray and it sells for around $50 to $75. But I'll probably list mine for $50 since I was paying just so little for it, just for a quick sale. Heading over to vinyl records. All vinyl records are only $1. And I did find 3 great records. This Disney Chilling, Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House should sell for around $24 free shipping. But this next vinyl record was a surprise. The Beach Boys Pet Sounds. It sells anywhere from $100 to $135 if it's a first pressing. And this vinyl record was a first pressing. So a real amazing find there. I did open all these vinyl records to make sure they were in there and the condition of the actual record itself. You do not want to buy records if they're very scratched up. Now I did find this CCR vinyl record too, and I should be able to sell this one for around $25. It was one of their super hits. Basically what it was is all their greatest hits on one album. Now I see these cameras. And I did look at the lenses there, but the lenses were no good. But I did see this Canon Rebel T3, which was a really great find. At first, I didn't think this camera sold for that much because they had $45 on the tag. But after looking up sold comps, this one sold for $175 with just the lens and the charger. This one has the charger and an extra lens with it. So I definitely picked this up. This should sell for around $220 to $230. So I'm definitely picking this item up. And it was in very great condition. Now the next camera I find is this Olympus OM10 camera. Now the lens was completely trashed. The lens was no good. But they only had $5 not tested on the tag. And the camera was in immaculate condition. I'm talking about this thing looked brand new. So I definitely picked this camera up for $5. It should sell for around $70 to $80 free shipping. I did get home and test both of these cameras out. You want to try to do that before you purchase them. But it's kind of hard when they're not charged and you don't have the time to actually look at them. Now, this next item I find over in the sunglasses, I looked on eBay, sold comps, and the listings, even Terapeak for listings from the last 3 years, and there was none of these sold or listed. but it's these Gunner gaming glasses, and it was a pearl frame. Now, these glasses had a great sell-through rate, and they were selling anywhere from $35 to $100. But these pearl frame ones seemed very unique, so I might list them for around $80, and they were in amazing condition. As you can see, the pearl frames there. But these are actually gaming glasses that help your eyes while actually playing computer games or video games. So I thought they were actually really cool. So I definitely picked these up for $5. Again, admiring some of the uranium glass here as I collect. They had fairly great prices on it. It's just that I already have a couple of these pieces and ended up passing. But really awesome to see a thrift store have uranium glass. But I look over in the books and I see these Dolly Parton coloring books, and there's 3 of them. And there was only one listed and one sold. But with $3 a piece, I can lot these up, just a quantity of 3. There was no drawings in them, so I ended up picking all 3 of these Dolly Parton coloring books up. They were very thick. They had a lot of coloring pages. And Dolly Parton stuff does sell. Now, this item was in the glass case. It was a 100 Years of Wonder ornament. Now, with this, there was none listed, but like 8 sold. And the price was rising on each sold comp. And this was the last one sold. And it sold for $109 if you add in the shipping. So I paid $15 for it. And I've had mine listed at $118 free shipping. Be careful with glass ornaments, though. Look for chips and breaks. Now going through the new electronics section, I'm looking down and I see these binoculars, and I ended up grabbing them just to look them up. They happen to be ATN night vision binoculars. Now, it was a Model 2, so it was a quite older model. There was none listed. There was none sold, but the brand ATN does sell well. And for $10, I couldn't pass on this. So I'm going to end up listing this at $180 because that's how much the older models were going for. And I did get home, put a battery in, and test these out. And man, were they awesome. The lenses, by the way, were very great condition. No scratches, no scuffs. Now I was browsing through the furniture, and I caught eye on this coffee table book. It was a book about Tiffany lamps. It was a really awesome book. They had $5 on it. There was only one listing for $70, and 4 sold for around $35 to $45. So I do end up picking this up, and I listed mine for $36 free shipping. Going to the home goods. Now, I probably should not have picked this up. It's just that that pearl plastic handle caught my attention. They had $4 on it. One on eBay was selling pre-owned for like $80 plus shipping. So, but it was a lot better condition. This one was pretty beat up. I should have put this back, but I will probably list it for around $45. Be careful shipping knives. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's segment. We're coming to an end here. Please like and subscribe. As always, it helps push the channel. I ended up finding this Mozart butter dish for $8, and I should be able to list it and sell it for around $45. It was in really great condition. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, remember to get out there and roam the wilds.